Hi, I'm Paul Tapier for Auto Parts Warehouse here at SEMA 2017, live on Facebook at this Ford display that's, oh my gosh, it's something like 30,000 square feet. It's absolutely nuts, and it's packed right now, and one of the star attractions just happens to be this Mustang fastback body shell, which you can actually buy. 65 to 1970 fastback or convertible body shells are now available and licensed by Ford. So check this out. You buy a body shell, all right? As we look at this GT350 that's a 67 right before it, right underneath it. And I mean, if you went to Auto Parts Warehouse, imagine how you could take this body shell, right? You could buy a crate engine, okay? You could buy transmission. You could buy the differential. You could buy all the brakes. You could actually, like, make this a better driver or performance car than it was back in the day with, like, you know, disc brakes on all four wheels, or have them be anti-lock. It'd just be amazing. And again, with this shell and Auto Parts Warehouse having all the different parts for it, imagine that Ford has actually done that for the first time. It's kind of like, remember when DeLorean did that? So you could, now listen, a Ford Mustang is nothing like a DeLorean. I'm not even sure why they made shells for DeLoreans, and like somebody wanted to make a Halloween car and try to be Marty McFly for a weekend. Of course, those were terribly underpowered cars themselves, but this certainly wasn't. And imagine the crate motor that you could fit in there to go flying around. And not, as much as I love shows that are rebuilding cars, whether, you know, that be overhauling or whatever, and somebody's, you know, beat to the ground Ford Mustang, they try to do all the metal work and lead repair and all that stuff to try and make that body, you know, work. You're actually starting with a clean slate here, clean body frame. Wouldn't that be amazing? All right, so along with my cameraman, Maddie, thanks, Maddie, since we're live on Facebook, and we'd love to have you comment as we show you stuff at the Ford booth, including this 1932 Ford Tudor by Johnson's Hot Rod Shop. Oh, man, this is incredible. The detail that went into this. Now we're going to walk on down where they have the Ken Block experience and Ford virtual reality. So people are actually able to get in the car, okay, and join legendary rallycross driver Ken Block in the world of Ford VR. It's kind of a virtual reality experience in showcasing this new Oculus Web VR technology, which allows for clickable 360-degree video content in a variety of digital platforms, including iOS and Android. And you can see the folks inside who are enjoying that experience now as we walk by some Ford race cars and a Ford truck, a piggyback, UTV on the top with some flashing LED light bars. They've got some monster vehicles in the Ford display. We're coming up on an Expedition with some monster wheels on this. And just like if you were with us and you were walking the floor of SEMA with us, that was a 2018 Ford Expedition Baja Forged Adventure. This one is the 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor Super Crew and Forza Motorsport. I can't believe the trick LED lighting on this. It's basically a 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor Super Crew. It has a Ford Performance chase rack and other things. And it was built by Addictive Desert Designs in Mesa, Arizona. Now, what do we have behind us? People on the track. Another experience, not quite like virtual reality, but better than going to the movie theater game room when you were a kid to play Pac-Man, that's for sure. Now we're looking at a huge bright orange 2017 Super Duty F250 XLT by BDS Suspension. And it is so high off the ground, I'm not even sure how you get in this thing. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Is it even open? Am I allowed to touch it? Oh, I am allowed to touch it. Oh, all right. Hey, come on with me. Check this out. That's got to be, I'm not that tall. That's got to be 3.5 or 4 feet off the ground. These are all kind of like Baja bad boys that you can expect to see here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show that again. Check that out. Wow. Amp Research, Power Step. All right. And available where? Oh, Amp Research Power Step, autopartswarehouse.com. That's part of the reason why we're walking through this Ford booth. This is all right, Maddie, walk with me here, because this is just killing me. I can't even believe that this is here. This is the most iconic Ford cars ever. The Ford Mark IV 67 Le Mans. I can't even begin to think of how many millions of dollars this is worth. But Ford's displaying it here because they've got a new GT40 that's out. And to think that this car had a 427 in it originally in 67, I mean, my grandfather had a Ford Galaxy 500 XL with a 427 Thunderbird engine in it that he let me drive when I turned 16 because he kept it forever. And I was like, what? You're going to let me take that out on the freeway and blow it out for you? Well, his 427 did not have the 500 horsepower that the Mark IV did. And here are the cars everybody's here to look at. The 2018 Ford GT 67 Heritage Edition. So it celebrates the GT40 Mark IV race car that won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1967 that we just passed by. And inspired by the original car's race history, the Ford GT 67 Heritage Edition features a gloss finish race red exterior with white stripes and #1 graphics in frozen white on the hoods and doors, just like the original that raced at Le Mans. The leather trim for the carbon fiber seats features red accent stitching, and it features a unique serialized identification plate. And limited quantities, of course, will be available for 2018 model year. Spectacular graphics, spectacular video here within the Ford SEMA 2017 booth. Auto Parts Warehouse is pleased to be here as part of it all, and we're happy to show you the vehicles that are here, since you can't be, although the 70,000 plus attendees are sure taking it in, and we're glad we could help you see it too. This is a 2017 Ford F-22 Raptor F-150 by Ford Performance with some cool carbon fiber fender flares amongst some monster Falcon tires. And I said Falcon, okay? Falcon. Can I say that, Maddie?
You can say Falcon on.
Oh, thanks, because those are some Falcon tires, I got to tell you. Anyway, I guess you can say pretty much anything on Facebook Live, but we're going to keep it, adult friendly here. All right, this is a new Ford RS. This thing flies. You know, who would have thought to take basically kind of like, oh, come on by, people. It's all good. Take what for some people is kind of an economy car and make it into this monster. And on the other side of it, over to our left, Maddie, is the 2018 Ford Mustang Fastback. Look at the rear wheels on that. Look at the flares, the way they flared this out. This is by DeBerti Design. Of course, it was designed by the professional racer Brad DeBerti, putting his muscle into it with a Roush supercharger. Oh my goodness, that thing, it rocks. It's got the Mickey Thompson 18-inch wide rear tires on it. And that is just, I don't think I've ever seen a Mustang with wheels that big on a GT. Of course, there's all kinds of Ford performance parts here that are on display. And as they said, and I don't know whether I can say this, Maddie, but if you walk with me as we get to the end of this booth, there's Bob Tasca's crazy drag car. Look at that. That is insane. Can you even get a shot through the hole in the side to see what it's like inside? I don't know. It's too dark in there. But man, I can't imagine how many horsepower is behind that. 1 million horsepower? No, Dr. Evil. 2 million horsepower? No, Dr. Evil, I don't think so. Well, is it ill-tempered? Yes, it's probably ill-tempered, Dr. Evil. I'm sure it is. I'll tell you what, though, it's groovy, man. Yeah. Oh, well, Austin Powers is here. That's pretty fantastic. Yeah, it's all groovy, man. All the Fords. Do they make you feel randy? All right, enough. So we're going to pan up to the sign and end this here to just kind of let you know that this Ford display of, again, over like 30,000 square feet, I'm going to say it, is totally badass. That's not according to me. That's according to Car and Driver. So we'll let them take the heat for that. We're so glad you could join us with Auto Parts Warehouse. I'm Paul Tapier. This is Facebook Live, and we'd love to have your comments. Like us, subscribe to us, go to autopartswarehouse.com, and again, see all the parts that we have there from all our different vendors, suppliers, brands. You can customize or add to your Ford vehicle, especially the Mustang and that shell I was talking about earlier that you can actually buy. And we'll hope to be coming to you from SEMA again in Facebook Live from Auto Parts Warehouse. Have a terrific evening.